A quiet hello from Top Screen Tales. What if you fell in love with a ghost who couldn't remember her own death? And what if uncovering that memory was the only thing that could make her vanish forever? This is the central, tragic question of Dusk Maiden of Amnesia. Dusk Maiden of Amnesia is a masterclass in genre blending. A high school comedy, a touching romance, and a creepy ghost story. We follow Teiichi Niiya, who can see his school's amnesiac ghost, Yuuko Kanoe. He helps her solve the mystery of her own death, forming the Paranormal Investigations Club to explore the Academy's darkest secrets. Their search becomes a journey into a past that the school, and Yuuko herself, desperately wants to remain forgotten and buried. The setting, Seikyou Academy, is more than a backdrop. It's a living character. The show masterfully contrasts its bright, modern campus with the decaying, shadow-filled old building where Yuuko is trapped. This environmental storytelling is key, as the school's layout mirrors Yuuko's fragmented mind. Each of the school's famous 7 mysteries isn't just a spooky tale. It's a tangible clue leading them deeper into the Academy's oppressive, forgotten history and the truth of Yuuko's fate.
Teiichi Niiya is the story's essential anchor. He's not a passive observer. His empathy and proactivity drive the plot. His unique ability to see and touch Yuuko grounds their supernatural romance in a believable reality. He is our surrogate, experiencing the fear and affection right alongside us. His unwavering dedication to helping Yuuko, even when confronting her terrifying past, forms the absolute emotional core of the show and makes their bond so compelling and deeply felt. Yuuko Kanoe is a wonderfully complex character. She's not just a ghost. She's playful, jealous, lonely, and fiercely protective of Teiichi. The anime brilliantly shows her duality. To him, she's a beautiful girl, but to others, her actions are seen as a malicious poltergeist. This conflict is personified in her shadow self, the repressed trauma she refuses to acknowledge. She is both the story's damsel in distress and the terrifying monster haunting the school's halls, making her fascinating. The Paranormal Investigations Club is rounded out by 2 crucial supporting characters. Momoe Okanogi is the hyper-enthusiastic believer, providing much of the comic relief as she desperately searches for ghosts, completely oblivious to the real one beside her. In contrast, Kirie Kanoe is the stern skeptic who secretly fears Yuuko despite a hidden family connection. Their dynamic creates a perfect balance of humor and tension, fleshing out the world beyond the central romance and giving the story needed levity. When this show wants to be scary, it succeeds. It employs classic horror techniques like claustrophobic corridors, unsettling sound design, and sudden jump scares to great effect. However, the horror is never meaningless or cheap. It's intrinsically linked to Yuuko's emotional state and her forgotten trauma. The most terrifying moments aren't random hauntings. They are visceral manifestations of her pain, fear, and despair breaking through to the surface, making them feel earned and truly impactful. Yet, for every moment of horror, there's an equal dose of comedy. The show finds humor in the absurdity of its premise, mainly through Yuuko's pranks and the misunderstandings caused by her invisibility. This constant tonal whiplash can be jarring for some, but I argue it's one of the show's greatest strengths. It prevents the story from becoming relentlessly bleak and makes the characters feel more real. Life isn't just one genre, and this blend reflects the chaos of their situation. At its heart, Dusk Maiden is a profound romance. The relationship between Teiichi and Yuuko is built on a foundation of complete acceptance and trust. He is the only one who truly sees her, and she in turn can be her complete self with him. The series beautifully captures the small, intimate moments that define their growing affection.
It's a love story that is inherently tragic and impossible, which only makes you root for them more fiercely against the inevitable fate that their quest implies.
The central mystery isn't just about finding a culprit. It's an archaeological dig into a forgotten person's life. Each of the school's 7 mysteries acts as a story chapter, a distorted fragment of the events that led to Yuuko's death. The investigation provides the narrative structure, pushing Teiichi and the others to confront unsettling rumors and physical manifestations of the past. It's a clever way to blend episodic Monster of the Week style adventures with a compelling, serialized, overarching plot that builds tension effectively. The concept of Shadow Yuuko is the show's most brilliant psychological element. This monstrous entity isn't an external villain. It's the personification of all the pain, anger, and memories that Yuuko has consciously rejected. It represents the ugly truth of her demise, a part of herself she finds so unbearable that she severed it from her consciousness. This makes the central conflict not one of boy versus monster, but of a person needing to reintegrate their own trauma to become whole again. Visually, the anime is a treat. Studio Silverlink uses a distinctive and highly stylized art direction. The lighting is particularly noteworthy, shifting from warm, nostalgic glows during romantic scenes to stark, high-contrast reds and blacks for moments of horror. Character designs are expressive, but the real star is the background art, which brings Seikyou Academy to life with incredible detail. The visual language constantly reinforces the narrative's themes, contrasting the beauty of life with the darkness of death and forgotten things. The sound design and score are absolutely essential to the show's atmosphere. The soundtrack perfectly complements the tonal shifts, moving from lighthearted piano melodies to dissonant ambient tracks that create a palpable sense of dread. The opening theme, Choir Jail, is an unforgettable rock anthem that sets a perfect mood of tragic passion. More importantly, the subtle sounds, a floorboard creaking, a distant whisper, the oppressive silence, are expertly used to build suspense and make the school feel genuinely haunted. Kiri Kanoe deserves special mention as a fantastic supporting character. Introduced as an antagonist, her role quickly becomes more complex when she's revealed as Yuuko's grandniece. She is caught in an impossible position, burdened by her family's tragic history, terrified of the ghosts she can sense but not fully see, and growing to care for Teiichi and the club. Her journey from fearful skeptic to a reluctant but crucial ally provides a grounded human perspective on the supernatural events unfolding around her. The climax in episode 10 delivers the full, brutal truth of Yuuko's past, and it is devastating. We learn her death wasn't a simple accident or murder, but a tragic result of mass hysteria and fear during a plague. She was used as a human sacrifice, thrown into a dark shed with a broken leg and left to die alone, terrified. This revelation is heartbreaking because it reframes her entire existence. She isn't a vengeful spirit. She's the ghost of a scared, abandoned child. The story's true climax isn't just learning the truth, but Yuuko accepting it. After the revelation, she must confront the shadow version of herself, all the pain she had cast aside. This is the narrative's thematic core. Healing isn't about erasing trauma, but integrating it into your identity. Her final acceptance of her own suffering is a powerful and mature moment. It's only by acknowledging the entirety of her life, both the good and the horrific, that she can finally find peace. No show is perfect, and Dusk Maiden has some minor flaws. The fan service, while often tied to Yuuko's playful personality, can sometimes feel a bit excessive and undercut the tone of a serious or scary scene. For some viewers, the rapid shifts between slapstick comedy and genuine horror might feel jarring rather than complimentary. The pacing can also feel slightly repetitive in the middle episodes as the club investigates the various school mysteries before the main plot accelerates towards the powerful conclusion. The ending is where the series truly shines, delivering a powerful and emotionally resonant finale. Once Yuuko accepts her past, she is finally able to pass on, leading to a heartbreaking farewell with Teiichi. But the show offers a beautifully poignant twist. Their powerful bond and his lingering memories essentially recreate her as a new entity, tethered to the school and him. It's a bittersweet victory, suggesting that love and memory are powerful enough to defy even the finality of death itself.
So, should you watch Dusk Maiden of Amnesia? Absolutely! If you're a fan of supernatural romance, atmospheric horror, and character-driven mysteries, this is a must-see. It skillfully juggles multiple tones to tell a story that is funny, terrifying, and ultimately deeply moving. It's a beautiful exploration of memory, trauma, and the enduring power of love. The show might be over a decade old, but its emotional core remains as powerful and haunting as Yuuko herself. Don't let this one stay buried. Thank you so much for joining me on this dive into Seikyou Academy's secrets. If you enjoyed this analysis, a like and a subscription would mean the world. What are your thoughts on Dusk Maiden of Amnesia? Let me know in the comments. And, more importantly, what film, anime, or series should Top Screen Tales cover next?